You are performing this repair at your own risk. We cannot be held responsible for any injuries or damages done to your device while attempting a repair. Thanks for tuning in. In this video, we'll be demonstrating how to replace a front glass and digitizer assembly on an iPod Touch 3rd generation. The process is identical for the 2nd generation, however the parts are different, so be sure to purchase the correct part. Also, purchase a part that's going to make this repair the easiest. They do sell just the front glass and digitizer, but you want the entire front assembly with mid-frame and home button. If you purchase just the front glass and digitizer, you will have to re-adhere it to the old frame, which is going to be damaged. There's a rubber seal around the edge, which is almost always destroyed after removing the old mid-frame. So a quicker repair, a cleaner repair. Yes, the part is a little more expensive, but not much. So purchase a full front assembly and make your life easier. It's always a good idea to make sure your device is off before you open it up. So now we'll wedge that tool in between the rubber seal and the glass, which will allow us to pull the front glass from the old frame. And you want to work your way around the edges. And if you need to, you can heat it up more. Just be conservative with your heat gun or your blow dryer, whatever you're using, because you don't want to apply too much heat and risk damaging the iPod. So continue to work your way around the edges, gradually heating it up, especially around the top and bottom portions. And you'll work your tool underneath the glass to bring that front glass away from the plastic mid-frame. Now that you've brought the glass away from the frame, this will allow the plastic frame to flex. You can take your small flathead and wedge it where the clips are located. And you can see where they're located by looking at your replacement digitizer assembly. And you want to work your way around the edges, prying up where the clips are located. Once you've freed the front assembly from the iPod, you can open it up to the left, and there's still a cable attached. Now, since you'll be replacing this anyway, you could just cut the cable and then remove the actual plug after, but I'll show you exactly how to remove the plug. Take your flathead screwdriver and wedge it in between the plug and that port and twist it gently, and it should come undone. So we can go ahead and set our old assembly aside and grab our replacement. Now, there is a plastic shield on the inside of the glass that you'll need to peel off. This is just there to protect it from dirt, dust, fingerprints. You want to be really careful not to get fingerprints or dust on either the LCD or your replacement glass. Now, you're going to want to bend this cable at about its halfway point. And now we're ready to plug our new front glass and digitizer assembly into the logic board. Now, in this situation, you want to be extremely careful not to tear the digitizer cable. There isn't much play in it, so if you don't hold it close enough when you're trying to plug it in, you could end up tearing that cable, and then you're going to have to buy a whole new digitizer. Once the digitizer cable is securely plugged into the logic board, you don't want to close the iPod. You want to first test the digitizer to make sure that the part's not defective, the cable is plugged in properly, and you didn't accidentally damage the cable. So you basically want to make sure that it's working to avoid the hassle of having to remove the front assembly once again. Now, it should be noted that the home button won't function until you close the front assembly, until it's flush with the rest of the iPod. There's contact points on the assembly as well as the logic board that touch, and when you press the home button, it completes this circuit and the iPod detects that as input. So when you're ready to close the iPod, you want to apply even pressure around two sides. The top and bottom of one side first, and then the next side. Apply an even pressure, and once the assembly is relatively flush, you can go ahead and secure the clips along the sides as well as along the top and bottom. Please feel free to comment or contact us directly through our website. Thanks for watching.